What's up, everyone? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Komaris, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a part 2 of my questions that need answers. And in these type of videos I just basically make up, like, well, not necessarily make up, but in a way it is me making it up, but I come up with like questions like almost every other day that I just feel like this question needs answering. And I just haven't seen anybody talk about this or like have any reason or logic behind like certain actions and things like that, and I'm like, this needs some explaining and answering. But yeah, that's pretty much how these videos are gonna go. I'm gonna make this a series because I always have questions. When you're someone who literally questions their entire existence and everyone else is around them, you're gonna have a lot of questions. But anywho, let's get into the video. Question number 1: should we gatekeep the books we read? And when I ask this question, I'm mainly having like books such as self-help and motivational books that kind of like help you gain and obtain a different viewpoint or like stance logically on how you like navigate through life and just in the world in general. And yeah, I feel like if you show people like these are the types of books that I read and this helped me gain this type of mindset and this that, I feel like people will be able to use that to manipulate you because they know the tactics that you have sort of kind of maybe possibly downloaded. And yeah, I just feel like if you tell too many people or like show people like all the things that you're using to improve yourself and have this new logic on things, like people would be able to use that to take advantage of you. And that's kind of why I've kind of took a step back with like posting like all the books that I'm reading, things like that. If it's more of a self-help book, I'm more than likely not gonna post it. But when it comes to like novels and just memoirs and things like that, I feel like it's okay to share those. But I don't know. I don't know. It's a superstition thing, maybe. I don't know. Question number 2, I asked, why do people love box seats? And like at sports events, mainly like basketball, football, they have like these box seats where you can sit. They're supposed to be like the best seats and they cost the most and things like that. But you can't really see anything that's going on without looking at a monitor. I think that is the worst thing ever. Like, it has everything to do with the benefits that you get from being in the box seats, which are like, you're secluded off from, all the other fans and the loud noises and things like that. And y'all have your own food that you probably don't have to pay for, but in the same breath, you are pretty much paying for how much you pay for your box seats, unless your box seats are gifted to you and things like that. But you really can't see the game unless you're looking at the monitor. Like, I feel like you have all these benefits outside of the game, and I feel like that's the only reason that people like it, is for the benefits, not necessarily for the games and things like that. Question number 3, I asked, how do majorettes recover? And when I ask this question, I'm not thinking about or, speaking on the majorettes who are in, HBCUs, college majorettes. I'm mainly talking about like the Little League majorettes, I guess that's what you can call them. Growing up, I'm from Jackson, Mississippi, and I grew up watching and witnessing the Dancing Dolls. And, they kind of, throughout time, they elevated into, doing more stunts and things like that. But Miss Diana will also like always talk about like how they aren't really like, some of them, most of them weren't really like trained professionally at you know, certain stunts and even like ballet and stuff like that, a lot of it was self-taught. Or some of them kind of went to, you know, our program that we have here, Bailey APAC, which is an academic performing arts school, and they do teach ballet there. But a lot of the dancers did not have access to that school because, you know, you do have to test in and also audition, and yeah, some people just didn't have access to that. And yeah, with that being said, I feel like Miss Diana really encouraged and inspired like a lot of the dance teams to incorporate, well, not just Miss Diana, but the dancers as well. They encouraged a lot of the new majorette teams and also the older ones to incorporate tumbling and ballet and all these other stunts and things like that into their dances, to the point where like they do stunts more than they do dance.
You had to be there to feel the energy. She ate this battle up.
I just hate to see the day that like somebody just really severely injures themselves, like trying to do all these stunts and things like that. Like it's really scary. Like this new era, like it's really scary watching them like do all these stunts. It's like watching a circus. And yeah, I was watching a Snapchat story with, you know, these athletes where they getting paid to post. So they just show like an in-depth review of like their days, and they was like doing this physical therapy and like recovery day, and their recovery days are just as intense as their workout days. And that's what really made me think about major ribs. Like, are there recovery days like that too, or do they even have recovery days? Because I don't really hear or see any of them talking about doing that. Or even like in the era back when, you know, I had peers that were doing major and things like that. You know, it wasn't that crazy with the stunts that they were doing, so maybe they didn't need all their recovery. But yeah. Question 4, I ask, why aren't we all selective with the funerals and weddings that we attend? Um, I feel like attending any and every wedding and funeral, it kind of takes the, not necessarily the meaning, but it takes the, I'm having a hard time finding a word, but it takes away not necessarily the meaning or importance, but it takes away, you know, the, dang, I really don't know the word, but it's not genuine. Like to attend people's funeral that you don't know, like you, like how can you go attend these random funerals and marriages and be, you know, emotionally moved and things like that, by witnessing people have this special moment and you didn't even really like know them or have a connection with them. I feel like that's in a way sort of kind of disrespectful, and it's not right. Especially like when it comes to funerals, like I know that in the black community, it's a thing to, well, yeah, it's a thing to collect obituaries and things like that. And I vividly remember like during my uncle's funeral, I'm in the middle of, you know, helping my grandma out and consoling her while she was, you know, having a breakdown, honestly. And a guy just comes up to us while we in the middle of this, can I get an obituary? No, but what you can do is get them. But no, really, like it's really weird to me, like how people, like, we didn't even know him. Like, I don't know who he was. My grandma, I don't think she know who he was. I don't think nobody knew who he was, but he was there asking for an obituary during like something like that. Like, that was your only concern. You wasn't checking to see if she was okay or nothing. You was just asking for an obituary, and I feel like that's very rude and disrespectful. And why do you need to do that? I feel that is so weird to have. Like, why would you want to, I might be dragging it, but harbor these spirits and have these memorials in your home of people that you don't even know? Like, that's so weird to me. But anywho, that could have been a question itself. And also with weddings, like, the only wedding I've attended was my uncle's wedding, who passed away. My uncle and Aunt Rainey's wedding. And I don't plan on attending another one. Like, I don't know. It's not that I don't plan on attending another one. It's that I don't plan on attending another one just because. Like, just because of my coworker is having a wedding, I'm gonna go attend that. No. You have to be somebody special in my life for me to attend your wedding. And I don't even want people to just make me be part of their weddings unless, you know, well, I have the choice to say yes or no. So, but I don't want to be a part of nobody's wedding without us having a conversation about it, because I feel like it's such an important moment, and people just include anyone into these special moments, and I find it very crazy. Like, when it comes to like my funeral or my wedding, I wouldn't want people to be there that I didn't have a connection with, or I didn't at one time, have, a genuine connection with and relationship with. I feel like it should all be a collective of people at this wedding or funeral, of people who actually spent time with you, know you, cared about you, and things like that. Mine will definitely come with some reservations and a guest list. I'm sorry. Question 5. Why do people send celebrities gifts on live? And the thing that made me think about it is that, like, I was just, watching a TikTok live of Nicki Minaj, and everybody was just sending her gifts. I'm like, do y'all not know who Nicki Minaj is? Which they clearly did. They're fans. But they sending her all these gifts, and at the time, she didn't even know that it was money. And they were just sending all these gifts and things like that. And all that is just probably just sitting on her phone. And when it comes to like smaller creators, people don't really send to them like that unless they're on live doing like these battles, or they're literally asking you and begging you to, gift me, and things like that. You literally have to beg people or force them to send you gifts and things like that. But when it comes to a celebrity that they know that's on live, they willing to empty out their whole savings, life savings, college savings, to send their celebrity a gift. And it's very crazy. You have some people who aren't going to accept your gifts, and they're going to let you know, like, save this for a greater purpose, or, even yourself. And then we have other people who are going to find out that it's money, and they're going to be like, oh, I need that.
Getting roses. That's so nice. What is that? What does it do? They're gifts. They're gifts of what? It's gifts you pay for. It's money. They earn you money. That's so nice. We give you money, guys. Save your money. Save your money.
Oh, this is money? Now, how do I collect that?
As you should, Chloe, as you should. Question 6. Why do we follow people if we aren't going to interact with them? And usually I did kind of like build this, well, not usually. I did kind of build this, forgiving feeling about people not necessarily supporting my content, people that I know not supporting my content or interacting with my posts and things like that. I was, you know how the algorithm is. Maybe they just don't see it and things like that, but that's definitely bullcrap. Um, they be quick to like a Beyonce post within 5 minutes of her post, and they don't miss a Beyonce post. That's the only person post that they reshare on their story and things like that. They don't miss these celebrity posts, so it ain't the algorithm. They are just selective with who they interact with or not. And I find that kind of, weird because you're definitely watching. And I would rather you not tell me in person like how much you love what I do, this and that, and I don't see you in my likes or my comments because I'm not that big of a content creator now. Like my following isn't that big, so I definitely can keep a tab on who's interacting and who's not, especially when it comes to people that I know personally. And I find it very weird, but yeah. If you're going through this as well, don't let this navigate or determine like the quality of your content. Your content can be definitely good, the best out, and these people still not going to interact with it. And it's mainly because of ego and not wanting to feel like a fan. And people don't want to be a fan until they see like a massive following on you. And, they're sheep, basically. They need a big crew to follow behind and have an okay and agreement with, like, okay, it's okay to support them because everybody else is supporting them. And yeah, this used to get to me, but now I'm just like, it is pointless. Like, with that mindset, I just find it very weird. Like, you should want to be part of somebody's come up, but everybody don't think like that, and that's okay. Question 7. I asked, does God send us signs via social media? And sometimes, we see things on social media and we be like, God must knew I needed to see this. Or we'll be like, that's my FBI agent watching me, things like that. And most of the time, that's what it is, the FBI agent. Or not even necessarily FBI agent, but I took a Google Analytics course, and what I learned through taking this course is that a lot of things are shared to us based off of like our previous searches and all the things that we agree to without reading, and how long we spend our time on certain websites and videos and ads and articles. This is all data that is collected, and they run it through the machine to show you more things like that. And you may think, yeah, I'm thinking about this and that, and it just now popped up. uh you're thinking about something that you recently looked up, and it's related to something that you recently looked up, so they just have a great way of finding like things that you possibly could be interested in, and you subconsciously, direct yourself to be shared that type of content without even knowing. Like, it's very weird, but it does make sense, and it's how these brands make their money and how they keep us online. And yeah, but I still do wonder, like, does God find a way to reach out to us via social media and online and things like that? Because God does evolve. And also when it comes to like certain creatives on like, not even necessarily religious creatives, but they do like deliver these messages at the right time, and there aren't robots. Like, they deliver these messages at the right time. I know when Auntie Tab does her motivational things, and when my mentor Ariana the Bee, she does her Monday motivations and things like that. It be things that I really do be needing in a moment, and I just think it's very dope of how like that connection happens without us, you know, net being connected, I guess. Question 8. Why are all the wing spots giving out buttermilk ranch all of a sudden? It's this one wing spot that I recently started going to called Wingside. I'm pretty sure like it's not a place that's in every other state or things like that. But they've been giving buttermilk ranch, and even American Deli, like one of my favorite wing places, they've been giving buttermilk ranch lately, and I'm just like, why are we doing this? Is it because buttermilk ranch lasts better? It's already spoiled. Is it because it I don't know what's going on with that, but it's disgusting. I refuse to even taste buttermilk ranch. I hate buttermilk. And the thing that makes me hate buttermilk itself is because my granddad, before he passed away, he used to always eat buttermilk ranch. I mean, not buttermilk ranch, buttermilk and cornbread together. Like, he would pour buttermilk on top of his cornbread and eat it like a soup. And I found that so disgusting. I used to just side eye him so bad because it's just so nasty. But God rest his soul. That's what he got enjoyment out of. So I can't judge him. Question 9. What are some cool story mode games? I honestly haven't had a very good story mode game since Watch Dogs, the first one. I have the second one, but I don't really know what to do on there. I have to try it again. I haven't tried it since I last had it. But my brother, he has a lot of story mode games like Resident Evil and things like that. But I haven't really gotten into them because, you know, I have a PlayStation 4 and he has the 5. But I'm going to upgrade to the 5 later this year, though. And yeah, it won't download on the 4, unfortunately. But anywho, that's besides the point. I'm looking for some good story mode games, though. Like, I don't want to do anything boring or, you know, super fictional and things like that. I want to do something fun, like Watch Dogs. That was really cool. Like, it's tech based. And, you know, even GTA was cool, but now, like, trying to redo those stories over again and again and again after playing it so much, like, I don't even try at this point. Like, it's boring. I'm ready for GTA 6. But I've been hearing things about Cyberpunk, like, that might be something that I may be interested in. And what's the one with the Western people? I can't really think of it right now, but if you have any suggestion for any like story mode games that are like, you know, tech based, futuristic in a way, but not like super futuristic, fashion related, like they have cool characters, not necessarily have to be about fashion and things like that, but just cool characters and cool animations and things like that, and a good storyline, just let me know. And yeah. Question 10. Why does the Sims community hate escapism? And what I mean by this is the Sims community is very like in an uproar right now because they are saying that they're so tired of the game. They're tired of EA and all of the glitches and this and that. But y'all are no better with the mods and stuff that y'all are creating. Like, they're so hyper realistic. The characters even look human. Like, why do we have a mod for EBT, AIDS, STDs, plastic surgery, food stamps, liquor, all of this stuff, premature babies? Like, that is so crazy. Like, why are we doing all this? This game is supposed to be for escapism, and y'all trying to make it real life. We go through enough in real life. Like, this is supposed to be our escape from real life. Even though it is still Sims 4, the base game is still like kind of related to real life, there is still some unrealistic things going on that game, and we should let that be and just have fun. But everybody wants to make it so hyper realistic and weird. with these freaked out mods, and it's just so ill. Yuck. That's the main reason why y'all are so dissatisfied with the game. Look at what y'all have added to it yourselves, and y'all expect EA to do something like that too, and wonder why. Like, it's just weird to me. It's just all over weird to me. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this video. Thank you all for watching. I will definitely have another part to this. Try to do it every 2 weeks, but it all depends on how these questions come to me. And yeah, it's your boy Komaris. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also check out all my other social medias, which is linked in the description. And yeah, thank you all again for watching, and I'm out.